Former Decatur police officer Marquette was hoping to avoid a murder trial by claiming self-defense, but a judge disagreed. WAAY 31's Georgia Clark joins us live now to break down that ruling and tell us how the Perkins family is reacting tonight. Georgia.
That's right. Now, Nikel, Marquette filed a motion to request immunity by means of self-defense in the murder of Steve Perkins, but the judge denied that motion earlier today. After days of deliberation, Steve Perkins' brother Nicholas says his family is elated, and this ruling is a small victory for Steve. But they haven't crossed the finish line just yet.
There's a trial coming in June, and we want another victory. We want the city to see that policemen are not above the law. Today, I think that's what was shown, that Marquette is not above the law.
According to court documents, the time between when Marquette announced himself as police and the first of his 18 rounds were fired was roughly 1.4 seconds. During that small gap, it's reported that the light on Steve Perkins' gun could be seen passing under his truck, over Marquette 3 times, then eventually above Marquette's head towards the roof of his home. Perkins says if they had simply knocked on his brother's door when they arrived at the house, none of this would have happened.
Steve would still be here today. Steve was a kind soul. Steve didn't bother anybody. Nobody bothered him. So for him to be awakened out of his sleep and be approached in that manner, he didn't know what to do. He was surprised.
In his decision, the judge says the questions now are whether Marquette was acting in his role as an officer and working to keep the peace, or whether he went as an assist to the repossession, which he says are questions that can only be answered by a jury. Perkins says once that jury is presented with the evidence, they will rule in his brother's favor.
And I think that when the citizens of Decatur see this and they go through it with their hearts and minds, they'll come out with a victory for us. That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're praying for. I have faith in our citizens that they are human.
I did reach out to Marquette's lawyers for a comment on the judge's ruling today, and they responded that the parties involved are subject to a gag order. Marquette's murder trial is set for June 9th, and of course, WAAY 31 will be there. And until then, we will continue to provide you coverage on this case live on air and online at WAAYTV.com. Reporting live in Decatur with coverage you can count on. Georgia Clark, WAAY 31 News.